here we go. Game number 4 between the Viper and DauT of this extremely entertaining grand finals for the Escape Gaming Masters. What a tournament it has been so far, and I still can't believe we've got the same 2 players in the grand finals here that we did for Battle for Angkor. And as we go into this one, we're going to be seeing it come right down to the wire now, because if Viper secures this map win, he will secure himself the victory of the Escape Gaming Masters. If DauT gets this, it's going to be tied up, and we will go to the 5th game. So with me once again is T90 and Nilpford. T90, please do the honors of introducing these players and the civs.
I definitely will. In the red, we have Viper playing as the Burmese. This is a map that Viper is notorious for being good at. He's just successful at it. He gets to the castle age first sometimes. He'll sneak villagers sometimes. He'll win water sometimes. Nobody knows what he's going to do, but I do think we're going to see fast castle or maybe fish into castle age from them, just based off what we have seen. Now, one thing in comparison, as I go over to DauT's map, first look at Viper's. He has a little bit of wood surrounding his island. If he wants to go to the wood that's on the water, there's one on the right, there's one in the left corner. So that's further away from his TC in comparison to DauT, who's now putting a lumber camp back there on that nice wood line. Now, if you think back to DauT versus Slam, DauT had a very similar wood line, and DauT won the game because he walled up and he boomed. So this is actually very good for DauT. Yeah. And I think that's a small advantage for him as far as the map's concerned.
I absolutely agree, and I wanted to add that, you know, the only weak point in DauT's game versus Slam was the hole that he left in his wall, and I don't think he's going to make that mistake twice. So you're totally right. He does have a much better wood situation. DauT's probably going to be feeling pretty happy with that, and Viper going to be forced a little further away. But I would say his first lumber camp is definitely very safe, and that's actually a reasonably good-sized wood line, actually. He's got quite a few trees there. That's not too bad at all. Now, talking about what we might expect on this map, you said earlier, Viper, of course, very well known for doing his fast castle strat, sometimes with fish, sometimes without, but all in all, he's done that with the Khmer and the Ethiopians, 2 civs which allow you to do a fantastic castle time due to the fact that the Ethiopians get 100 food and gold as soon as they get to the next age, which is the feudal age and castle age. And the Viper, sorry, not the Viper, the Khmer, not needing to build their buildings in order to go up to the next stage. So they save on the wood, and that allows them to do a fantastic time again. He can skip on the barracks and make a stable instead. Just those little things. Now, this time Viper's playing Burmese, and it's DauT on the Ethiopians. So DauT should have that advantage there with the food and gold situation. Maybe he will take advantage of that and do the fast castle strat. Maybe counter fire with fire.
I think they're going to do the same thing. Honestly, last time on Arena, they had different civilizations and slightly different maps, but this time it's fairly even. And I just don't see how you can justify going feudal pressure in this. Every time someone has gone feudal pressure, they lack the resources to get to the castle age, and they eventually get overwhelmed. Even if they have a little bit of success, or a lot of success, they'll eventually get overwhelmed by the technology available to the other player in the castle age. So I really think we're going to see similar builds here. Both players going out, placing docks. DauT's dock is in a really weird spot.
Yeah, I'm interested in the fact that DauT's actually built a dock here, though. But it does seem to be a little off to the side, which is not where the big fish are. Whereas Viper's gone for it, like, in the main water, which means he's actually got... This is a great dock, because he actually has got very close fish. And you always want to be taking from the big fish, because the ships gather very quickly from that, compared to the box turtles, which the fishing ships take very slowly from. So DauT might be taking the box turtles here, which should be quite a bit less food income for him during the Dark Age as a result. Because, guys, it's not about what necessarily provides the most food. It's about what provides the food fastest. That generally is the favorable thing to go for. DauT, though, going to go quite far for these fish and might decide, well, the distance to drop off this food is so far, it might actually be more efficient to take the turtles anyway.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. I was like, okay, why is DauT doing this? He's taking a risk sending the villager out here to build a dock. But if you think back again, I'm just comparing it to so many games, DauT versus Slam, where DauT didn't have that one deep fish after he ran out of the first one. He gladly went to the box turtles. So if he can get the shorefish or the box turtles. He's probably happy with that because it's better than nothing.
Left side, Viper's trying to build a mill, and he'll actually lose a villager because he didn't have loom.
What do I even say for a lizard? I can't say woo woo woo.
It's a Komodo dragon.
I have no clue what a Komodo dragon sounds like.
Well, I mean, we kind of heard it there as it attacked a little bit, but Viper actually losing a villa, that's actually really a big detriment to him, because a villager down this stage of the game, the earlier in the game it is, the more valuable villagers are. As the game goes on, villagers become a lot more expendable, a lot more replaceable. This is really bad news for him. And that's really going to affect his food income a little bit as well here, if he is going for that fast castle. Learning his lesson, doing loom now before he continues. And I think DauT might actually not have loom here. Oh, no, he has. Okay, so both players actually doing loom. It's not so bad, but still Viper down a vill. And DauT, 24 population feudal. Viper's not clicked up yet. What's going on?
I think Viper's going to go up a little bit later. He's also getting his rhino now. So we saw this before. Viper may run his fishing ships away if he has to.
Oh my god.
But he just needs to prioritize his resources to get up to the castle age. What do you see, Zach?
DauT's built a barracks. He's making militia, and he's going forward with villagers. 5 villagers going forward. What is this? This is different. This is totally different.
Okay.
This is what I love.
I want to look at DauT's scouting. Oh, okay. This is what I really like to see. When players can use their scout to completely change the game. If you look at DauT's point of view, he has scouted Viper's base, so he knows where Viper's resources are. He's on the left side, and I'm pretty darn sure he saw villagers running over there. So he probably wants to starve Viper of wood in the long run, or he recognizes that Viper is going up later. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think DauT knows Viper's strats, this fast castle thing. Now, this is a real pain for Viper because he's got to pull villagers over here. This is going to slow his castle time down. And I don't think Viper can successfully fast castle now anyway. Oh my god, he's going to lose another villager. DauT, though, or maybe not actually, he's pulling it back. I thought DauT would commit. DauT will lose his scout in the meantime. Viper now, though, in a bit of trouble. A lot of idle villagers getting messy and a tower going up on both of his gold piles, which means that if Viper wants to do a fast castle, where's he going to get that gold from? At the same time, DauT coming in with men-at-arms. And this is what I just love about this game. We never know what to expect because these civs are so new, these maps are so different. We've seen so many different strategies so far. Anything could be possible, anything can work, and maybe this is actually the counter to Viper's fast castle strat, which even he didn't know the counter to when we asked him before.
Apparently. He apparently didn't know. I'm guessing he knew his weakness, but he would never tell the world. But DauT may know it. He's focusing down these villagers with his own villagers. The tower's a nuisance, and DauT can make another tower if he wants. But one thing is for sure, this tower is in range of the gold and the stones that Viper so badly needs.
That's another dead villager.
Get wrecked.
Wow.
Yeah, she's going down.
Viper, feudal age now.
I don't even know where Viper's sending her.
Oh, man. Look at all these idols on the right side as well. It's messy. And right here is a huge issue for Viper. Where's he going to get the gold from? He's going to build a market and a blacksmith, I would guess, to go to the next stage. But maybe at this time, it's actually time to bail on the fast castle strat and actually go for something a little different here. Adapt on the fly.
I think he needs to switch it up. Exactly, and that's what separates these players from any other player. They can adapt better than anybody. Viper does have gold in that corner, so he did find that. He has 3 villagers there, so keep that in mind. The gold actually is coming in, but the wood is going to be so difficult for him. And the food.
Wow.
Because his TC is going to be surrounded by, well, this tower is going to at least be
in range. Tower. That is such a great tower.
The villager just got sniped underneath the TC as well.
Yeah, he kills a vill. Wow. I think you're a little bit behind me, but this tower is huge. Because Viper now is pushed way off of his wood. He's pushed off of the food of these buffalo. He's now taking all this wood up here with these vills. And what's the game plan at this stage? He's moved over to the far right to take gold, like you said. But look how low some of these vills are. That's just asking to be raided. DauT, if he follows this up with some ships, that could be awesome.
Okay. So this is just a guess. But I'm looking at Viper's resources. He has 800 food. He has like no food income right now. As he vacates the area, and he has 2 different mining camps on gold, I still think Viper's going to be stubborn and try and get to the Castle Age.
I think so, but this is just not working out. Look at this great targeting by DauT. He's identifying the weak villagers and trying to focus them down. It's so well done. And Viper here, where's the gathering time? Where are the resources gathered? It's rough, man. It's so rough. He is adding in some fire ships, though. I would say that he's got a lot of villagers on gold now on both the on the east and the south side. But all these villagers moving away, I think Viper's hoping he can defend them with these fire galleys. And meanwhile, his town center is surrounded by towers. It's brilliant.
Well, it is funny that Viper has run away, and yet he's still maybe has a chance in this one. DauT, he has gone for the feudal age pressure that I talked about, guys. So this might be in the back of Viper's mind. If you look at these small islands, it's not like DauT can put up many farms. He's only at 150 food. Viper, if he gets up to the Castle Age, first of all, he's going to need the buildings. He probably wishes he was the Khmer right now, but he can do damage still. I hate to say it because this has been so messy, but because the map doesn't have a lot to offer as far as food's concerned, I think Viper still has a chance. But it's so messy. Look at him sending these villagers through the towers.
Yeah, we've got a really, really backwards going fire galley there. That was a long moonwalk. That was a really long moonwalk. I like it. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to say, Viper has had the fish for a while. We've got to keep that in mind. The fish, obviously, going to be contributing to his food economy a little bit. But right now, Viper's in a spot of trouble. He doesn't have the wood to build a market or a blacksmith. And he doesn't have the food to click up, which means he needs a market to buy some food. He's really, really struggling here. This is not going well. And at this point, if DauT just transitions into making more fire galleys, adds another dock, I think it's his game to win.
Yeah, I agree. I think DauT should be prioritizing water now. There's no reason to go land when this map allows you to send ships on this land/water combo. So, or as you would say, amphibious terrain. Tower going up for DauT in the back, so he recognizes Viper has run over there. I think Viper's just lacking the resources to make these buildings because he knows he needs to defend on water.
This is so
but
scary.
somehow still in it.
Yeah, he's somehow still in it with 1,000 gold. But, I mean, this is so scary for the Viper right now because he's so split. His economy is like half in the south of the map, half in the east of the map. And DauT's over here as well. I think he's going to drop a tower onto this gold, actually. And honestly, this is just falling apart at the seams. But he still has a way back into this game. DauT hasn't won this yet. And we saw it last game. Don't count the Viper out until he's truly out.
It's going to be so difficult for DauT to get to the Castle Age still. And this bothers me as I say it because DauT has played well. Viper sees this tower going up. It's not going to be stopped. I think Viper can still do it, as crazy as it is, just because of the amount of resources that he's collected, the food he's held on to, and he still has 3 fishing ships.
The hilarious thing to me is that DauT keeps making man-at-arms still. He's still making man-at-arms, or he at least sent 2 more across while we were just talking. And he's using them to fight the fire galleys, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, this is just brilliant. And right now, Viper losing another villager down here. He's trying to take down... Okay, that was pretty clever. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but DauT here, garrisoning inside, he was actually preventing Viper from surrounding the base of this watchtower by putting the water buffalo there.
Buffalo?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And now, I think that's another villager from Viper going down. That these villagers are all dying, man. What is going on here?
Hold on a second. Is Viper attacking that tower with the fire ship? I think he is. He doesn't see the villagers inside repairing. Oh my gosh.
Well, from Viper's point of view, he can see the vills, but they are bugged out in the base of this tower, and he can't attack them. He can't attack the vills because the vills are in the tower. And now, over comes a man-at-arms. Viper's lost like 4 vills into this tower here. The villagers are just going to batter down the fire galley. My goodness me. And Viper's repairing the fire galley. He's repairing it with the villager at the back. Viper's actually going to kill. No way. He's going to kill DauT's villagers. Viper actually just killing DauT's villagers because DauT didn't see the repair. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I can't believe that. That was so complicated and stupid at the same time.
What on earth?
Jeez. But Castle Age upgrade coming in for Viper. He's at 60%. DauT, meanwhile, he has 300 food.
Well, he keeps making man-at-arms, so he's going to be in the field age for a while at this rate.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Like, I can't believe Viper there just repairing the fire ship, and then the fire just killed the villagers. What a ridiculous turn of events. And Viper now, once he hits the Castle Age, he could come back. What do you think, Nilford?
It's tough to judge. I think it really comes to the decision making now. Who wants to go for full water? I think at the moment it feels like both players can get damaged heavily if the enemy has water superiority. The water, let's call that right. So I think both players have to go for full water now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, T90.
Well, Viper just showing how vulnerable he is when he's dying to water buffalo and 5 villagers and a tower. I mean, if ships were over here, this would be bad news for Viper. He's going to take down that tower as the 2 villagers for DauT run away. Viper, I'm going to check his docks now.
War Galley's
he
coming
actually
in.
is researching War Galley, yeah, and he's building a TC back there. That left side is really crucial for him because that side really, I don't think will be contested. But he's probably going to go for water control. So this is still a very close game.
Yeah, it's interesting, actually. He's obviously going to get the fire ship straight away. DauT now losing all map control in an instant, and he's forced back at home to build towers and probably consider going to the Castle Age as well. Just think, though, DauT could have been Castle already if he didn't make so many men-at-arms. I think he made about 10, which is really over-committing to them, and they were clearly not very effective versus the fires either. I also want to add that Viper's adding in a monastery, and I think this is a great unit choice when we're at this stage of the game, because the number of galleys or fire ships or whatever are going to be low, and Viper can actually convert fire ships with his monks quite easily, especially if the fights are going on in the shallows.
Yeah, that's an interesting investment for Viper still in my eyes. It's a really cool move. Like you said, Zach, he can do that, but I figured Viper would be stretched for resources. It looks like he doesn't have much food right now. He's seeding some rice farms.
Well, Viper
let's see what he
5...
does. He actually...
Go on, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, okay. But I was going to say Viper is 5 villages ahead. 5 population ahead. I think they're actually very close in economy right now. But I don't see DauT adding in a second town center when he gets to the Castle Age.
Well, let's see how many docks he has. It looks like he may lose the one in the middle. He's just trying to distract.
Here.
And then there's another one on the right side. So there's not many docks from DauT. Viper definitely piling on the pressure with fire ships. Keep in mind, if you want to get fire ships in the Castle Age, you have to research War Galleys, so DauT has to prepare for that.
Yeah, but DauT back at home, 2 stables. He's got 500 food, 600 gold. As soon as he gets to the Castle Age, he gets 100 more of each. Knights. And, I mean, I don't know how Knights match up against fire ships, but I don't think it's a bad matchup. It's not something you see every day, put it that way.
This is something, I saw Tato in the chat. Many of you probably know Tato as one of the best players in the world, did play in this tournament. Tato said DauT needs to wall his base, and I knew immediately what that meant. That meant that DauT is vulnerable to night attack, but Viper did not go for that. DauT is going for that, and Viper has a very exposed base. On the right side especially, there's only 1 tower and all of those villagers.
It's split in half,
I don't think
isn't
2
it?
monks will save him. Yeah, exactly.
His base is split down the middle. And I also want to say as well, Viper just adding a second monastery.
Yeah.
On this left side, I think he maybe anticipates the knights. He hasn't seen a stable from DauT, looking at his vision here. But I think he anticipates the knights, or at least he knows he's vulnerable to knights. And as a result, he's preemptively adding in the monasteries and making some more monks. Now, this is all well and good because we've seen so far just how good monks are at defending from Night Rush. But the monks' biggest weakness is their movement speed. They're so slow that if DauT just raids and splits his knights up, he could do some big damages anyway. Let's see as these knights come across, and Viper's going to spot these immediately with the fires.
Well, Viper's really not messing around now. He has monks on both sides, like you said. He's going to get a conversion of the ship on the right side, and he's building a TC on the right side as well. Viper has clawed his way back into this one, and I'm amazed, honestly.
Again.
The fact that he has not been around his TC.
Yeah.
Almost this entire game.
He's done it again. He's nearly 1,000 score lead ahead. He's on 3 TCs. He's got monks to defend from knights. He's got his fire ships positioned aggressively, so he can even damage the knights as they come over. Not that I think it's not even worth damaging the knights in my opinion, because if he's going for the conversions, you should want them on as much HP as possible. But you know, that's just a really minor, tiny thing. And DauT just on 1 TC, adding his second TC now. DauT, is it all falling apart again?
He's doing some good raiding on the left, but Viper's immediately adding in War Galley.
Yeah. I think Viper needs to drop the relic and get a conversion here. DauT.
I do too.
Doing good raiding, actually. Oh, wow. Viper doesn't have fletching or bodkin, and he's going to let that monk go down. I don't even think he's going to secure the relic. Nope. That was a shame. And, wow, the relic, it teleported over here. Did you see that?
Dude, I don't even know where it went. What? Oh, it's like
Say
capture
what?
the relic, I guess. It's like capture the relic where it goes to the island.
Yeah, apparently relics don't float on the amphibious terrain. Now, normally if a relic is dropped from a transport ship, if a monk with a relic is in a transport ship, the relic will teleport to the nearest land. But I thought the relics could be on the amphibious terrain, and in fact they can be on the amphibious terrain. So that is a very weird behavior. Yeah.
It's alright. It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
that actually... It's not too bad for Viper in the end.
It actually helps Viper even. But, well, it doesn't really help him. He was going to get the relic anyway. But it's just a weird thing that happens. HD problems. Anyway, how do you explain that? How can they spawn on here but not actually... You know what? Forget it. Anyway, Viper with a good number of war galleys now. Still no fletching or bodkin arrow, though. And that could be a detriment to him with the knights coming in now, because they do have +2 defense, although they do not have bloodlines.
The knight choice has been exciting. Villagers are running back to the town centers. The main town center is safe now, I think, or relatively safe. At least they can hide in there, because the towers are about to be cleaned up. Viper's adding in the war galleys, but still a very open matchup. It's interesting that Viper has prioritized these relics so early. There's actually a monk on the right-hand side bringing it in, and he ran right by DauT's base to get that as well. So,
yeah,
not too bad. I think Viper's defending with water control and monks, while DauT is going to send out knights, but I don't know how long he can invest into knights.
Yeah, I'm interested why Viper had a ram there next to his town center. Where did that come from? Yeah, he has a siege workshop on the left side. Interesting that he's adding rams, though. I'm not sure about that.
Well, I think he was doing it purely to kill those towers that he's taken down now.
Okay,
and now it actually went down at the perfect time. Ram went down after the tower. He doesn't need another one.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, I totally forgot the towers were even there because, well, they're not there anymore.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, I mean, good amount of monks from Viper here, but DauT's still coming in with the knights, raiding as well as he can, and still no fletching, no bodkin arrow. I think this is something that Viper should really be prioritizing now, as these knight raiding, the frequency of these knights is higher and higher. Viper's trying to chase him down with the ships. It's so funny to see ships chasing down knights, but I'm pretty sure the movement speed of the knights is higher than that of the ships. Or at least it's very close, but the knights should be able to escape. And I think even though Viper should have really great map control right now, DauT's still kind of running around in circles and doing a good job of it.
This is going to be tough for DauT, I think. I'm looking at the amount of resources Viper just put into ships and docks. He's building 4 docks on the left side in a line, and they're all queued up with war galleys. He probably is going to get those upgrades you talked about when he gets the food, but if DauT doesn't get some form of water control fast, it's not going to be easy for him.
This becomes like a standard water game after a while, doesn't it? It becomes like, okay, whoever masses the most ships wins, because you cannot defend your economy from mass galleys or war galleys. And the problem is, like on a standard water map, like islands or anything like that, the problem that you find is that if you lose the water, you cannot get back on the water, because your opponent will just kill your docks and take complete map control and prevent you from building docks, and then you get yourself into a very sticky situation. Still, though, the Knight raiding from DauT has been pretty good. He kills 2 monks and kills more villagers over here. So far, he has actually gotten a lot out of those Knights, and it's certainly not been bad. Right now, population is 93 for Viper, DauT on 74. There is clearly a very big difference there. And as you say, with Viper adding a lot more of these galleys, it could be very difficult for DauT to defend these TCs going forward.
Well, DauT is adding in docks now, so maybe if he has some time, obviously I think he's behind in eco and military right now, but if he does take some good fights in the choke points and maybe get the upgrades before Viper, because Viper hasn't gotten upgrades, maybe it'll be good for him. You never know, because he's on 3 TCs himself as well, and both players are booming up amongst the ship fighting, or what soon will be the ship fighting, but DauT still has the research war galley, and it's not going to be easy, Zach.
No, it's really going to be an uphill battle for DauT here, but it's been quite a back and forth game. DauT started strong, Viper came back, but it's not like the last game where once the Viper came back, that was it for DauT. DauT still actually stands a reasonable chance here to make or stage a comeback of his own, to be honest, and it certainly looks a little grim, but still Viper's playing very passively. I think he's very scared of these Knights, or at least very cautious of them. And he's not played very aggressively with these war galleys, which means DauT's actually had time to build those docks and actually had time to start making something on the water himself. Now, what is that? Fire galleys, and it looks like he's going to be committing to 4 docks with fire galleys only. I like that decision, and this could be a way back in for DauT to deal with these war galleys from the Viper. I should add, Viper also has Fletching and Bodkin Arrow now, so this Knight raiding will fall off dramatically, and just in time for DauT, I guess, to start adding in these fire ships.
I like DauT's recognition of his situation. A lot of players would just go water here. I think he's actually making some more Knights because he recognizes Viper has struggled against the Knight raid. And if you look at Viper's eco, he actually doesn't have a ton of food, though it is climbing. On the right side, he's making some Arambai, and that's going to be exciting to see. So Viper is switching to full ranged units, it seems. But you're right, DauT does have an opportunity here. However, the Navy from Viper going forward now.
Yeah, and it's about damn time. Come on now. Now, so far, that's actually a pretty good engagement. DauT takes out 2 ships and runs away. Not bad at all. But here comes the war galleys, and here's the benefit of war galley, the range. Killing the villagers on the gold mine here, so easy for Viper. And he can continue this pressure. Even this watchtower is not going to be too scary now, because that will go down very quickly to this number of galleys on the water here. So, scary times ahead for DauT, to be honest. And how many fire ships does he have? We have to find out, because this is the moment of truth. I don't know if he's got enough to fight this. Maybe 10, 11, or 12 fire ships in these docks.
Yeah. If he had a good surround, if he gets a good surround because of all these choke points, he can take a good fight, and he really needs it because all of his villagers are exposed.
Okay,
and
here we go. Oh, brilliant. We both say here we go, and then we both say nothing. Love it. So
yeah, I was like, great engagement for DauT, though.
Yeah, seriously, DauT pushing Viper straight back. I like that a lot, and clearly the fire ship's working wonders for DauT here. Nicely done. Viper suddenly retreating away, and his window of opportunity to use those war galleys, it's been closed. As we say that, he's also grabbing the 5th relic, though. Or the 4th. Yeah, it's the... Whoa! Yeah. Whoa! Whoa! AoE relics! This is not standard. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 relics for the Viper now, as the 8th one comes in.
What?
Yeah, there's not 5 relics. There's 8. Just because. There's actually more. There's 9 on the map, I think. Maybe more still.
Seems good.
Yeah.
Seems good, right, chat? Why not? Seems good.
Wow. Holy relics. That's a lot of relics right there.
Holy demo ships from Viper as well. I mean, that's going to be a huge advantage for Viper. He's on his way to Imp. His demos in the middle now. War galleys. They're going to be pushing forward.
Yeah, but I mean, the fires from DauT here are going to be good. But in come the demolition ships. This could be worthy of a replay. Nice.
Oh, get
they're in.
Demos.
They're in. Oh, that's huge.
Jeez, the explosions.
That's a lot of damage right there.
That's massive.
That certainly is. And suddenly DauT is on the retreat. Viper has got a lot of eco here to sustain this damage. To sustain the loss of the demolition ships.
Yeah.
They've certainly paid for themselves, I think, here. As DauT, oh god damn it. I have not made that mistake in a long time. As the Viper now is able to push forward. Wow. DauT could lose his docks here. That could spell catastrophe for him. Oh, it's GG. Oh my god, he called it.
There's
right
the GG.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good end to that, I think.
Yeah, man.
The explosion, just going out with a bang. Viper, okay, let's just think back because we're thinking about the present. Let's think about the past for a second. Viper had no villagers around his town center on his island. He fled to the left and the right, and somehow he came back to win this.
Yeah, great play by him. And this just goes to show why many consider the Viper to be truly the best player in the world. And, you know, even coming back in the last game was impressive. But again, coming back from this one with DauT being so aggressive at his starting TC and him being so split up, normally that just spells the end for any normal mortal player. But not for the Viper. He does hold out. And I've got to say, having 8 relics definitely helps. Yeah, that's a lot of gold there from those 8 relics. Let me just calculate. That's like 9 villagers on gold full time, which is clearly a nice thing to have when you're going so heavy into gold units like this as well.
I wonder if DauT recognized that as well. But regardless, both players are playing with the same map. I seriously think going into future tournaments, if we see this map, that players need to think about the feudal age strategy. DauT obviously did not get up to the castle age fast enough. Viper, by the time DauT hit the castle age, Viper was already cementing himself on the left side in that corner, building up his eco. It's so messy still. I mean, I can't say that DauT made a mistake, but it's like every time someone goes for this strat, every time Viper goes for this strat, it works out for him. But it's Viper.
I think it's like 4 or 5 out of 5 now. On this strategy for him. This is the longest game we've had on Bog Islands with the Viper in it. Normally he finishes his opponent within about 20 minutes, but here we were at 45. This time though, I mean, DauT did give him a good run for his money, and that feudal strat, we could see that being developed in the future if we see this map again, because it clearly did throw a spanner in the works for Viper there, and it clearly did cause some troubles. Now, I've been told that Viper is available for an interview, so instead of having Nilpford's analysis here, we're just going to let Nilpford ask Viper some questions. I think that sounds fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we can grab him now, or Robbo can move him into our channel, I can just message him. Joiners. Password is... He should be on TeamSpeak any second. But anyway, congratulations to him. He is going to be the grand final winner once again. And he's here now.
Hey guys.
Hey, congratulations, man. Another win, another grand final versus DauT. This time a little bit closer though, don't you think?
Yeah, I feel like the whole tournament was much harder this time around. So yeah, it was really nice. The final as well was much closer. So I guess that's good for the viewers at least.
Yeah, the viewers are really enjoying that game, and I want to give Nilpford the opportunity to talk with you now, because I'm sure Nilpford has some really insightful questions, and so yeah, I'll let him go ahead.
Yeah, and the Viper loves it when I ask about every map specifically. So, game number 1, C notes, the home map pick of DauT. Did you think that was a clever home map pick, or do you think he should have picked something else?
I don't know. The maps are very similar, at least most of them, and I don't really know what else he could have chosen. I don't feel like there's a specific map where he has an advantage over me. But I mean, I don't know exactly what he could have chosen, but I had never played Xenos before, so I guess in the end, if he was actually prepared for it, it was a good choice.
Okay. So then both of you went into a lot of archers, skirmishers, and then went into a manual fight to take this big kill. And suddenly you fell behind. What was the reason there?
I feel like I was in a good position in early castle age with if I put on good pressure. But I micro a little bit sloppily. I tried to go elephants instead of knights. Never going to do that again. But yeah, I feel like if I put better pressure from that hill, he had a very forward TC. If I was more aware with my Mangonel micro, for example, and yeah, if I made knights with +2 instead, I think I could have put better pressure on. But in the end, he had Indians as well, so he could just boom in the back. And yeah, since my aggression didn't pay off, I felt like I was pretty done there.
Yeah, it felt like it. Magna fights didn't go too well for you as well. So then we jumped into game number 2, Valley, and you had the Slavs, I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And now you have the opportunity to let me look very good or very bad.
Okay, go ahead.
What
This is
was your
exciting.
game plan going into the game?
Wait, what did you say?
What was your game plan going into the game?
My game plan, I was expecting scouts from him since he was Khmer. You don't need a barrack to make a stable, so it's like a really easy build up. So I just wanted to match him with scouts and yeah, pretty much just play a standard game. Like I don't think Khmer is a very tricky civ to play in Imperial. I don't really know what's going to be the best option for him. So I thought if I just get to Imperial with the Halberdier Onager, that should counter most of the things what he have. And also Slavs have a pretty good trash units. So I felt like just getting to Imperial was like my main game plan there.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
You make it
Okay.
seem like we were discrediting you the entire time, Lily.
Okay.
I take it that was what you were guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. And game number 3, there I was wrong, and you already proved me by the game you played. I thought Portuguese would really like give an opportunity for Monk Rush and some aggression. Did you not want to go for it? Did you think like early Imperial Age is better, or did you anticipate him expecting your Monk Rush?
Well, actually, when the banning were done at the start, I first thought Portuguese was the civ that had the 80% faster university, and I found out that's not the case after I already chose Portuguese. So that was a little bit of a blooper by me, but I still knew the Portuguese had something with their hand cannoneers, and I found out that was actually a good thing. Their bonus was really good as well, so I felt it was fine. Like my plan was all the way, even if I didn't have these bonuses, I wanted to do like a 3 TC boom to like 60, 70 villagers and then just fast imp and put a lot of pressure. And especially, I left Incas for him because I wanted him to pick it, because I also thought he would expect a Monk Rush or something like this. But I did not expect him to go full YOLO and fast imp and everything with that, like that. So it became more tricky than it had to be. But I mean, I made some mistakes in the way I defended it. But yeah, I felt like if I get to an amount like 10 plus hand cannoneers, I thought I could micro and get favorable trades. And I already knew he was pretty all in with a low economy, so I thought if I just get to the upgrade that gives me ballistics on my like cannon units, it would. I thought I could fight it back.
Yeah, what was your plan for that? Because your castle actually went down no conscription, no traps, and no arquebus tech, and we were all like a bit confused. Like I thought you had the resources for arquebus. Did you not know about it at that time?
Oh, I knew about it. I preferred making hand cannons pretty much. I needed to get the numbers first, and then I thought I'd make a second castle and do the upgrade later, as soon as I'm sure I'm defending. I felt like it was a little bit risky investing 700 food into that upgrade, especially when the pressure was so heavily on me.
Okay, makes sense. And now the last game, you became very famous for your fast castle style on Bug Island, and DauT tried to punish you. And at the start, like 11, 12 minute mark, it looked pretty good for him. How did he fail to like really punish you in the end?
I don't know. I think the playstyle it shows I was put in a very tricky situation, but I feel like if you just control water, you have so much space where you can run villagers, you can take secure resources. So I felt like, okay, even if it takes away my mainland, as long as I control water, I can still win this game. So I think his strategy is just very risky. You know, if he followed it up with like taking over water as well, which he probably could have, then I think I would probably be pretty dead. But since he kept going land, well, he didn't invest that heavily into water. He could have maybe done like scouts as well, but I don't know how his economy was. He did say after the game that he should have done scouts earlier, but I don't know how his economy looked. So it's kind of hard to like say what he should have done from my point of view, because I don't know how his economy looked like. But yeah, I feel like controlling water is more important.
Yeah, obviously I have the all-seeing eye and did look at his fog of war at minute 13, and he basically only scouted around your main TC. So he didn't see you in the south, not in the east, and therefore couldn't really punish your unprotected villagers. Demo ships could have done huge damage to your eco, but yeah, you luckily got, away with most of your villagers alive, and therefore could keep up your great eco.
Yep, sounds about right.
Okay, then my last question before I hand it over again to Zero Empires and T90. 2 big Escape Gaming tournaments coming up. One sponsored again by Escape Gaming, Masters Series 2, and the 2v2 Microsoft tournament. What are your plans? How excited are you? What are your thoughts in general?
Well, I'm really excited. I love these weekend tournaments. They're so intense and fun to play and take part in. So if the format is the same, then I'm already qualified for the Escape Gaming thing. I'm not sure. Zach, am I?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yes. So there you go. So I'm already in that. So that should be a lot of fun.
We did it.
The 2v2 one, I don't know who. I'll probably sign up. I don't know who's my teammate. Who
Hi.
my teammate is going to be yet. Are you trying to say that you're available, Nightbird?
Oh, sadly I need to cast.
Well,
okay.
need or want. I mean, this is the thing. If you want to play, you can play.
You
Hey,
can
Viper,
apply
I'm
anyway.
available.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll take. Just you can apply. Send me an email. I'll look over it.
All right. We'll train tomorrow.
Viper's just gonna have thousands of emails overnight as everyone wants to be his teammate. Please, I would like to win some money. Thank you. So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you go. I'm a gentleman.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna say, implying that I'm not now. Thanks, man. The 2v2 event should be awesome. I just wanted to really go back just to the questions about the event itself. I think you said before when we spoke that you really liked the captain's draft. I'm very interested to know your thoughts on that a bit more now that we've actually done the event and how that could maybe be improved. And also, after that, which civs seem to be the strongest and were they the ones that we saw banned the most?
Okay, so I think the captain, like I've said this before. I think I said it in the interview as well. I don't know why we haven't used it before. I don't know if you actually played the interview during the event, the weekend though. But okay. Yeah, I think it's like when it was first introduced, it's been like over a year, or maybe 2 years even. It was first made, but no one just ever took it on board, which I never understood because I think the whole concept and everything is great, and it kind of, you see how many different matchups we have now. How many mirror games was there? Like
2 mirror
small
games.
percentage. Yeah, like that's so much more fun than playing all like. I mean, it's so much more fun playing different civs. You have so many different play styles and units and everything. So I hope you bring the captain's mode on to the 2v2 event as well.
Yeah.
How to improve it? I don't know. I think it was great like it was. The only thing I did mention this to Robo as well. The guy who picks his civ last, he has 30 seconds longer to choose his civ because when all the civs are revealed, first captain has 30 seconds to pick his civ, and then the other guy. So he potentially has 60 seconds to pick his.
Yeah, but he also doesn't know what the other person's picking, so he doesn't get some kind of advantage in, having the second pick. It's more he has longer to think about it, right?
Yeah, but when the 7 civs are already gone,
sure.
Yeah, it's quite easy to pick your remaining civ. Like you don't pick your civ from what your opponent picks mostly. And what was the second part of your question? What civs are the strongest?
Yeah, we saw a lot. We only saw one game with the Malians, I think, and they won. Do you think the Malians were the strongest civ in the pool, or why do you think they were banned so much?
They're one of those like that will mostly be banned. Like melee, I don't know why someone Tim let me play melee. I have no clue why he did that. and also Burmese. I think Malay, Burmese, and Malians was definite bans pretty much every game, except of course a few times. I don't know how it happened, but some people got to play Malay, for
it was
example,
more
so...
in the qualifiers. We saw Malay Burmese in the qualifiers a lot, and then as we progressed through that, we started to see them being banned every single time.
Yeah, I initially thought Malay, Burmese, and Malians would be always banned every time. So I had kind of a different strategy. I wanted to I'll let my opponent ban those civs, and I'll just ban the 4th, 5th, 6th best civs that I didn't want to play. I'd use my global bans on those instead of the top civs.
Okay.
And I would just, if any of the top civs were left over, I would just use my individual only bans for him on those.
Sure. So I guess one other question is the Indians. I think they had 100% win rate in the tournament, and they got through.
Really?
They got through a lot. Do you think the Indians are actually very strong? I mean, what do you think to their eco bonus with the villagers costing less?
That is an amazingly strong bonus actually, but they have some weaknesses in their tech tree, like they can't make knights, for example. But yeah, it costs, it just gets cheaper as well with age, right?
Yeah, it's 10,
Okay.
15, 20, I think, in reduction.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that helps a lot. Yeah, they're probably I started banning them as well after a little bit, because I felt like they were a tricky civ to play, both to play and to play against. So yeah, they're really strong.
All right. Well, thank you very much, T90. Do you have any questions as well?
I only have one question, and it's not like a big question. Viper, when you were playing DauT, and I forget the exact civilizations, but I believe DauT was Indians at the time. I think it was game 1. And he came out with those cav archer. Yeah, you were Vietnamese. I was, thank you. I assume you weren't expecting cav archers. So what was your thought when you saw those cav archers? Because that is not something we normally see.
Yeah, well, I thought I was dead already before then, so I think it could have made pretty much anything. But yeah, I didn't expect the cav archers. And I asked him afterwards as well, why did you make cav archers? And he said they have full upgrades on cav archers. So
yeah,
I don't. He wanted to go cav archers and hussar, and I guess that was a good combination against what I was doing. So yeah, but I didn't expect it.
Awesome. All right. Well, congratulations again, and thanks for coming to do the interview. Much appreciated. We're going to see you again in February for the Masters of Escape Gaming Masters. Sorry, I'm very tired now. And yeah, looking forward to that. And obviously, it's going to be you, DauT, Slam, and Nikov invited back for that one with another 4 opportunities to qualify. We're going to follow the same format. Next time around, we're going to change the civs a little bit. We're going to change things up a little bit with the maps, just to keep it fresh and interesting. I think there's still so much more to be seen from these expansions. There's so many more combinations, and it's all exciting stuff. Also, we announced earlier on that we're going to be doing the 2v2 event. Very